welcome back to the Full Later Life. And today I want to give you an update on my Osaka Marathon training, which unfortunately has taken just a little bit of a bad turn. So without further ado, I'll get on with the story and let you know what happened. And so the reason I'm not going to Osaka this year, well, it's not because of the injuries. I mean, those are healing up quite nicely. I'm not perfect yet, but certainly much of an improvement. And it's not because I'm giving up either. I mean, I've just thrown in like a 15-mile run this week, so it's not because of that either. But I really want this channel not just to be about a highlight reel of my life and how cool things are, but an honest space where we can talk freely and openly about all the challenges and things that do come up when trying to live a full later life. But anyway, so to give you an update on my injury and my plantar fasciitis, well, that's pretty much cleared up now. But one thing I did notice that was going on was my left knee began to hurt, and I realized that was because I was overcompensating on the left side to overcome my right foot injury. I mean, as my foot injury has got better, so my knee is also healing up too. And I'm actually finding I'm running not at my regular pace, but certainly getting much closer to it. But I am still taking it fairly easy because I don't want to aggravate the injuries, but I did want to actually make sure that I was ready for the marathon. And I actually did run my 15-mile run this weekend, and it actually went pretty well. No real extra pains really, although my pace was a little off, but that's only to be expected with what I've been through. So prior to this week's 15-mile run, I actually was cycling my long runs for the last 3 weeks, and getting gradually longer on that and building my stamina and my endurance up, and it actually worked out really well. And even my short runs, I've been able to do more of them as my injury has been healing up better, although I've been keeping it easy going at the pace. I'm not at my regular pace, but my plan this year was to actually just finish Osaka Marathon. It wasn't about getting a PR because the injury had certainly put paid to that plan, should we say. And so it was more about just making sure that I could get through the training and get to the finish line. And that was what I was working towards. And so the 15-mile run, it actually went really well. I actually didn't notice any additional pain in my knee or foot when I completed it. And so I thought, great, I can actually do this. And the cycling really did help with the stamina, and the running was coming back. So all was set to go as far as I could tell. But then one day real life stepped in, and we got this phone call, and what happened was my father-in-law, who lives in Japan, actually was rushed to the hospital at 93 years old, and it didn't look good. Now, out of privacy for him, I'm not going to go into the details, but it really did throw a wrench in the works of me going to the Osaka Marathon, and I'll explain why. So I didn't know if we're going to get a call to rush over to Japan to go and spend time with him. I mean, we could get a call at any time. I mean, who knows if we weren't going to get a call before the marathon race, and then I have to go there, and then could I afford to stay there longer to do the race? Probably not. Or maybe I'll go out there and run the marathon, and then when I came back, we get a call that I've got to go back there again. With a heavy heart, I had to decide, you know what, we need to keep that travel plan open in case we have to go at the appropriate time to be there for my wife's father. And so that's what happened. I was very sad to actually turn down the race. The point is like, I'm not, I'm working a regular job. I'm not monetizing my channel yet, although if you guys want to help get me there, then please like and subscribe. I mean, I'd really appreciate it. But to be honest, the only reason I make this content is because I just enjoy doing what I'm doing, and I enjoy sharing with you guys the experiences. But what it meant was I just couldn't just afford to just drop at a moment's notice and go to Japan without having to make some major changes to my lifestyle, raise my savings, or and also it would mean I'd have to take extra time off of work that really, it would have been difficult to do. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm broke financially, but a massive international trip is something that's going to take a lot of time and resources that I hadn't planned for. And so I really didn't want that to happen. And so with a heavy heart, I decided that it was just not appropriate to do the marathon. Although I was battling back and forth with it because I'd put in all that training, all those hours, and so it really was a tough decision. But sometimes life gets in the way, and really, there'll be another marathon another time. Maybe I'll do a local one in the fall or something like that. But when it comes to family, sometimes you only get one shot or one chance to see and be there at the right time. And so this is one of those times, and so I've had to abandon my plan for the Osaka Marathon, unfortunately. Yep, so that was it. I cancelled the hotels and The airline has actually been able to keep my ticket open they won't refund the money, of course, but they will keep my ticket open for a year. So we have that to use, and that's it. I'm just not going to run the marathon. Although I'm going to keep some training going. I'm probably going to scale back and maintain a little bit. But what I realize is, you know, races and marathons come and go, and as long as I keep my basic level of fitness up, then I can race any marathon I want at a later date, or even do a local one at any time. And so it's not the end of the world, although it's very disappointing, because it would have been a great trip, it would have been a great experience, and also, as I said before, I put in all the work. But yeah, family's family, you know, and so we have to appreciate that life sometimes does throw these horrible curveballs at us, and we just have to deal with those things. And so, especially at the age where, you know, it's a full day of life. I'm actually at the age now where we're going to have parents that are going to be dealing with a lot of senior people issues. Certainly my folks back in England, my mum passed away unfortunately during COVID, but my dad's still around, and he could have an issue at any time. So that's just one of those things I'm going to have to take into account with anything that I plan to do for my own enjoyment, whether it's a race day or even just a trip. You know, sometimes things have to be changed because life happens, and this is one of those situations. And so I'm actually at ease with the decision. I mean, sure, it's disappointing, and I was certainly very upset about not being able to do the race, especially after all the training I put in. But I'm wondering if any of you guys have had to make a tough decision like this to put aside some of your own goals or dreams in order to do the right thing. Because you know what? We all suffer setbacks, and we all have to go through these tough decisions sometimes, and really the community is about supporting one another in those situations. So please share those stories in the comments, and like and subscribe if you like this content, and I'll see you again next time.